to another episode of the Luv Shack. I'm your host, Dr. Love, Big Al.
And I'm your co-host, Thomas Charles. Good evening, Albert.
How you doing, Charles? And we've got a guest today who's a part of the, I guess you could say, Rich Revolution. And hope to see him in Selvin. He's other than Tempest. How you doing, Tempest?
Not so good now that I'm talking to you.
Okay. I'll tell you what, Charles. What we're going to do, I'm going to have you talk to Tempest for a little bit, then we're going to talk about the Selvin Showdown and who's all going to be there. So I'll tell you what, Charles, if you want to get it started, go ahead, my friend. You got the mic.
I'll do it. First of all, thank you, Tempest, for showing up here tonight. We appreciate it here at the Luv Shack.
Charles, it's a pleasure talking to you.
Well, thank you, Tempest. I've always had a good rapport with you. I think I've managed you in the past, and I think we've got along quite well.
As of right now we have.
Well, okay. Well, listen, first of all, I want to ask you a simple question as I start the show off pretty much with everybody. How many years in the business, who trained you, and what got you into the business?
All right, well, I guess I've been doing this for about 7 years now. What got me into the business was it was a friend of mine, I remember, from Coliseum Championship Wrestling. It was 4 or 5 people there, and Ian Rotten was down there. I don't know if you know who he is.
I know who Ian Rotten is.
Yeah, he has a mixed reaction from a lot of the guys. I won't get into that, but he trained a lot of us. Some of us stayed, and I was one of the few guys that actually stuck around. And he left. I don't really know why he left. It's none of my business. But I kind of jumped around. Gypsy Joe taught me a little bit. You know Gypsy.
Absolutely.
And
that's my trainer.
Yeah, he's rough. That's about all I can say about him. And
why don't you pay attention? You not pay attention, damn it.
Unfortunately, I've heard that quite often from him.
Yeah, I think we all have.
And Bobo helped me out, even though we've had our problems. And various other people. It's hard for me to remember names. I know I'm probably shortchanging some people I'm probably going to hear about later. But
well, it sounds like you've had a good variety of people teaching you and showing you the ropes. Okay, my next question is,
yep.
If you could have a match with anybody at any time, who would it be? That's on the national level, or anybody that you would love to wrestle?
Anybody. Well, actually, the first thing that comes to mind is actually Canadian Kid. We've had a lot of good matches together.
I think so.
And I don't think we're done yet.
Yeah, I think there's probably 1 or 2. If you remember correctly, you and I held our own against Al and Canadian Kid up in Boonville, Indiana.
Yeah,
I remember
there was
that.
Actually some people still up there talking about that match in Boonville when we did that.
Well, that was a real good match. Everybody excelled that night. Albert did a great job. I did a great job.
You think so?
Did a great job. Well, Canadian Kid, I think everybody gave 100%. Don't you, Albert?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the crowd loved it. They got into it. They hollered and cheered, and you really they really loved watching you, Charles.
Hold on a second. Why did the people come there that night, Albert? Did they come to see you, or did they come to see you beating me up?
Well, you have to admit, the crowd loves me a little bit. You got to give me a little bit of credit.
All right.
All right, Tempest, I got a question for you here. This might be touchy and you might get all upset, but why in the world did you join the Rich Revolution?
Good question.
Many people probably don't know it. Some people probably do. But me and Johnny have been friends for a long time.
Well, so were me and Johnny, but he's not the same Johnny.
Yeah, well, we have a few common enemies in and outside of wrestling. So we decided to watch each other's backs, and they pretty much grew from there. And Conway and Alan, everybody wants to walk around and complain and bitch and moan, but if you don't like, you're with us or you're against us. Unfortunately, Alan's against us. That's his problem, it ain't mine.
Here's the deal. I understand, trust me, I understand about covering one another's back, but do you have to act like a Looney Tunes doing it? I mean, this guy's lost his friggin' mind.
I think he knows what he's doing.
Saturday night, his eyes look like a raccoon, didn't they, Albert?
Oh,
But you know, there's a lot of people who say Charles
Manson
Manson is a lunatic. You know, some people that say he's the smartest man that ever walked the earth. So,
well, I'm going to go with the first on that one. But getting right along here, Saturday night, Selvin, Indiana. Scotty Wolf and one bad mofo, Mr. Anthony Blaze. What you think about that, my friend?
you know, me and Scotty's had words. And I tell you, you can play this back over and over and over again, but I respect Scotty. And I even respect Anthony. They're tough guys, you know. And I'm probably, you know, I'm not probably going to be not done too well for saying that. But they're tough guys, and it takes a lot to make them flinch. But you got me, Whiplash and War Machine, right?
Well, Revolution. Three guys against two. I would hope that you guys can do something.
Don't worry about that. I don't have my eyes open either. This is SOL, and last time I remember, SOL was like 4 other people, not just 2.
Well, I'm telling you what. Just remember, like you said, hey, Albert.
Yeah.
What is it Scotty always says when he comes out to the ring? I love to hear you say this.
Oh, he said, "Are you ready for a fight?"
Yes, sir.
He's going to be ready for a fight.
I'm always ready for a fight. A lot of people in NFW know that. That's why I think I'm more respecting the fear of the people that's in the back. I'm not going to get into names. I know a lot of people would like me to get into names and do a little shooting on this program, but I'm not going to do it. I'll just leave it at that.
Well, you know that you're going to be on Scotty's playing ground that night. That's where.
I know that's his backyard, but don't think I'm not going to go in without any ideas of my own. I've been doing this for a while myself.
Well, you haven't, and I know you're tricky, but let me tell you something. Like I said, and Blaze, man, I'm gonna tell you, he's one of the toughest guys I've ever seen. I've seen that guy take a beating and come back and win the match. But I want to thank you for being here with us. I'm gonna turn it over to Albert. I'm sure he's got some questions. I wish you a lot of luck, Tempest, in your career. You're a nice guy, whether you want to admit it or not. I love talking to you behind the scenes sometimes about music. You got a very good knowledge of music. And we share that together, and I just hope that you come to your senses and realize that Johnny Richards has lost his friggin' mind.
Well, thank you, Charles, and hope you're doing better in your personal life.
Well, thank you. I'm getting along real good. I made my first trip back to Evansville last Saturday night, by the way, and it was at the Can Food Drive at the Renner Center there on Diamond Avenue, and I got to see all the people that I missed, and all the people love me, and it made me really aware that just how great the NFW promotion is. We've got, you know, you hear people say this on everything, but I mean it, I've wrestled all over the country. And these people here, I mean, they are just genuinely good people, and I'm just blessed to be with you guys, and I want to thank everybody for showing up. We had a great time. You wasn't there, Tim, but it was raining dogs and cats, and they still showed up. And it was packed by the time the show started. Right, Albert?
Hey, it was great. We had fun. We had a good time. We had a great time. But
anyway, Tim, thank you for being with us, man, and I appreciate it. Have a great night. And Albert, it's yours. Take it away, buddy.
Okay. All right, Tempest, I got 2 things. Like I said, Anthony Blaze and Scotty Wolf, SOL, are going against you, the German War Machine, and Johnny Whiplash. I'll tell you what, NFW Nation will be listening to this, so if you got something to say about that match in NFW Nation, go ahead and say it, then I have one more question after this.
Well, like you said, Johnny Whiplash, he's a green bean. He hasn't been doing this very long, but he needs to get his stuff together. We've had the last show in Metro, you know, Johnny had to show him the hard way, you know, a little bit, how we get things done. Hopefully Saturday he'll have his head on straight, we won't have any problems.
Okay. Now we also do the NFW Nation question and comment of the week, and we're going to have 2 this week, and one of them is for you. It's from NFW Nation member Robert Lewis, and his question is: we all know you're tough as they come. When are we going to see you in a title match when are we going to see you in a title match to make NFW take notice? And we think the time is now. So, what's your response to that question there, Tempest?
Well, when are they going to see me in a title match? Range to the GM? And should that be one of your questions? You know, I've been here in FW longer than almost anybody. Anybody back here. When the doors open, I was in the first match of NFW, the very first one, and I haven't had any major title matches yet. So I think, you know, somebody's playing favorites. It isn't any problem on my fault. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. And that goes back to Charles, why I joined the Retro Evolution. A little bit of that, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Now, my comment to that also is that as far as title shots, you got, they got the no limits tag titles. They got the, you're right up there. I mean, so I think the way you're going, and like I said, you're a great competitor. So I think Robert will probably see you in some in the near future. I have a feeling. Now, we're about ready to end this. Also, I got one more, but you have any other last words? I guess we're going to see you Saturday in Selvin with against SOL. You and Johnny Whiplash and a German War Machine. So I tell you what, you have any more last words before we let you go?
Well, there's a friend of mine that I wish a lot of some of the younger wrestlers would meet, and her name is Kayfabe. And I wish a lot of the young boys would just stop and shake her hand every once in a while.
Or me and you both.
Would stop and shake her hand every once in a while. And I know Facebook's a good venting ground to unleash your angers and your, and your loves and your thank yous and this and that. But every once in a while, why don't you just stop in and tell Kay hi and maybe lay off it every once in a while. Not everybody needs to know everything.
Well, if you see Kay, tell her I love her.
I will, Charles. I'll see her tonight for you.
All right.
Okay, Timmons, we want to thank you for being on here and give us your points and your views and about your thoughts about this Saturday. And we want to wish you the best and hope to see you Saturday. And we want to say good luck to you on that match. You're going to have a tough competition right there against SOL. But like I said, you're tough. You haven't backed down from nobody. I give you that much credit. Pound for pound, you're about as tough as they get. So we want to wish you the best, and we'll see you Saturday.
All right, Al. I'll see you then.
Take care.
Take care, Tim.
You too, Charles.
Okay. Now, Charles.
Yes, sir.
Now, before we start talking about Selvin Showdown Saturday night, there's one thing that I need to address also to the NFW Nation and you. I think you've noticed on Facebook that Johnny Richards has started an online petition to have me fired as GM. Have you seen that?
Fired?
Have you seen that?
Yeah, somebody called me and told me about that. What's he up to now?
I don't know.
I've been out talking now for the last 24 hours, actually.
Yeah, what it is, he's upset because on the match that I reffed against him, Alita, and Johnny Whiplash went up against Canadian Kid, Scotty, and Wayne, Renner Center's Wayne, and they lost. And they're claiming that it's my fault that they lost, so they try to file a petition online and trying to get people to sign it to get me fired as GM. But I tell you what, you know me, Charles. I'm as tough as they come too. I mean, I'm not a wrestler or a fighter, but I'm not going to give without a fight. I'm not going to take this sitting down. I'm going to stand up and take it. And if he wants to get rid of me, he's going to have a hard time doing it because I ain't going nowhere.
Well, that's just Johnny Richards being a sniveling old punk.
Now, that comes right now. The second NFW question is actually a comment.
You look like a foo-foo raccoon the other night.
I don't know. The M&M eyes, his eyes and T-bolt shoes and socks. I tell you what, they would have started tonight.
I would stop right there. I got to give credit where credit was due.
Oh, T-bolt socks. We love them socks.
Fred Stanford is real nice.
Yeah. Okay, Charles, we got a comment from Joseph Bang, who's an NFW Nation member, and here's his comment regarding the petition. He says, Al, you have my support. We need you in NFW. You helped make it what it is today. I hope you are the GM for quite a long time. It wouldn't be the same without you at the NFW. Hopefully all will work out and you keep doing what you love to do. Go Team Al. And I want to thank Joseph Bank for that comment. It really meant a lot to me. He's a great friend. He's a great NFW Nation member. And with that comment, Charles, I'm not going nowhere. And thanks to you, you really helped me out. You helped strengthen me. I will say that. So I don't plan on going nowhere. So let him start the petition up. I've got a lot of support too. So now, Selvin Showdown this Saturday night, and it's at the Selvin Community Center, 11922 Yellow Banks Trail in Dale, Indiana. And I tell you what, you got a great card, Charles, and I'll go over it with you. One of them is the one-man workhorse Dyron Flynn up against former WWE Tag Champion, three-time WWE Tag Champion, the Iron Man Rob Conway. That's going to be one heck of a match right there. Him and Dyron went at it last show, and I tell you what, that was a good match.
Well, unfortunately, I wasn't there that night. I was in the hospital, but I heard it tore the house down.
Yeah. And we done went over that, you know, Anthony and Scotty going up against German War Machine, Johnny Whiplash and Tempest. Now, T-Bolt is getting a rematch against Eugene, former WWE's Eugene, Nick Dinsmore. He's coming back. He's going to be in Selvin. Nick Dinsmore will be in Selvin going up against T-Bolt. And I'll tell you what, Charles, you have to give T-Bolt credit because he took it to Eugene at the last event. And I'll tell you what, went for Hector. He looked like he was going to have a chance of winning that match.
Well, I'll tell you what about old Eugene, man. Now, he ain't playing with a full card either, but he's a lovable guy. The crowd love him. They get behind him, and you never know what he's going to do.
He's one surprise after another. Eugene, Nick Dinsmore, he will be there. Now, we also got the Rich Revolution, Johnny Richards, and the Latin Beast, Alita Ortiz, going up against Blazing Money. That is going to be one heck of a match there, too. I mean, she done whooped one of the Flash brothers. Now she's going after Blazing Money with Johnny. That's going to be a great match also. We got the Magic. Nick Iggy will be there. The Canadian Kid will be there. And look, Charles, here's another one. We got NFW World Champion Flash Flanagan. He's going up against a mystery partner for the NFW World Title match. I don't know who it is. He don't know who it is. And we're all just wondering, you know, who it could be. But that match there, I tell you what, you know, it's kind of hard to comment on something. But, you know, Flash, he's always ready for a fight also. He don't back down from nobody. So I think he'll be ready no matter who it is. What do you think about that, Charles?
Oh, Flash is tough, man. He's one of them cats that's been around for 20 years, and he's seen it all, man. He was down in Puerto Rico, man. And they get low down and dirty in Puerto Rico, and they fight like crazy, man. And I'm not worried about Flash.
Oh, yeah.
Bring them on. You can bring Gator McAllister. You can bring on Rob Conway, Victor Bruiser, whoever, and he's going to hold his own, I promise you.
Yeah, so that's the card. Like I said, Saturday, May the 19th, Selvin Showdown at the Selvin Community Center, bell time 7:30. Dyer Flynn up against former WWE star Iron Man Rob Conway. The mystery partner going up against Flash Flanagan for the world title. T-Bolt getting revenge on former WWE's Eugene Nick Dinsmore. You got SOL going up against German War Machine, Johnny Whiplash and Tempest. Rich Revolution, Johnny Richards, and Alita Ortiz going up against Blazing Money. Like I said, you got other stars there like Canadian Kid. And, of course, I'll be there. You'll be there. And it's going to be great, Charles. Again, Selvin Showdown, May the 19th at the Selvin Community Center. And also, Charles, June the 16th will be the next event for NFW at the Metro Sports Center. We want to remind everybody, June the 16th.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Oh, and also one of the events in there, Charles, is the wedding between the Doctor of Love and the Goddess of Love, Penny, and Bobo Brazil Jr. is going to be the one to perform the ceremony. I can't wait. It's going to be a great night, and I just hope the Rich Revolution stays out of our business.
Well, I got you back that night, and I got a couple people there that other people don't even know, so don't you worry about that, okay?
I appreciate it, Charles. I tell you what, like I said, I'm glad to see you back. I was glad to see you Saturday night. You're a great man, and you helped me get to where I am, and you helped make me stronger. I'll give you that too. So I tell you what, Selvin Showdown this Saturday, June the 16th at the Metro. We're going to have another event. So I tell you what, Charles, is there anything else you want to say before you spread the love?
Yes, sir. I just want to thank, like I said, once again to all the people Saturday night that came up and showed me much love and just was glad to see me back, and it made me feel like $1 million. And like I can't think of everybody but Linda Nelson, Roy, Steve Robertson, all my friends. I'm sorry if I'm leaving anybody out, but Mama Rich, you know, I love all you guys. You, Albert, man, you're my partner. Always good to see you, and I got to see my little buddy Milkshake, Al.
Oh.
Yeah, he was happy to see you.
He loves the charming one. He loves the charming one.
But thank you guys, and hopefully I'll see you Saturday night.
There you go. Okay, Charles, I'll tell you what, it's that time, my friend. It's that time.
All right, Albert. Just remember this, NFW Nation. Don't fight amongst yourselves. Leave the fighting to us. Just you.